Hey, how you doing? This is Adam Post, publisher of more than 1,000 comic books and marketing expert covering woke Kellogg's getting a massive lawsuit coming in because Kellogg's has been destroying their brands and lying to their investors, pushing woke ideology. Let's get into the story. Before we do, please be sure you are subscribed to the channel. Click the bell for notifications. Give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate you. I'm trying to get to 30,000 subscribers, so if you can subscribe, please do subscribe. Okay, major update from America First Legal. They're filing a federal civil rights complaint against Kellogg's, warning their management that it is violating fiduciary duties. Of course, Kellogg's is well aware they're violating their fiduciary duties. They're just doing it anyway because they want to push race-based hiring. They want to utilize their brand to sexualize Frosted Flakes. I know it seems crazy. What could possibly be sexy about Frosted Flakes? Well, Kellogg's will find a way if it will help push the woke agenda. From Washington, D.C., today America First Legal's Center for Illegal Equality filed a federal civil rights complaint with the U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission against Kellogg's company for engaging in illegal race-based discrimination concerning employment and job training opportunities. At some point, these companies, look, they're very sophisticated people. They know they're breaking the law. They know they're breaking rules. Unless someone sues them, they just won't stop because it's fashionable and it's popular to be racist if you're a big company these days. AFL also sent a letter to Kellogg's CEO and board of directors warning them of their obligation to stop wasting the company's assets and breaching their fiduciary duty to its shareholders. According to its filings with the Securities and Exchange Commission, Kellogg's operates in a highly competitive commercial environment and faces significant challenges in finding capable employees. Nevertheless, the evidence is that Kellogg's hiring, training, and promotion policies and programs are infused with woke ideology. For example, Kellogg's Better Days Promise specifies that by the end of 2025, it will achieve 25% racially underrepresented talent at the management level in the United States. Kellogg's promises that by the end of 2025, it will achieve an aspirational gender parity goal of 50-50 at the management level in its global operations. To that end, Kellogg's has initiated a leadership development program only for women called Aspire. Between 2020 and 2022, the percentage of racially underrepresented talent increased by almost exactly 2% across all position levels. Given Kellogg's commitment to diversifying leadership, advancing people based on skin color at the expense of others because of their skin color merits investigation. The ethnic composition of individuals in positions defined as all managers and above especially appears suspiciously engineered about race. While the ethnicity breakdown varies slightly more within the positions of directors and vice presidents, Asians, blacks, and Hispanics make up precisely 7% of the individuals who are managers or a higher position. Through 2022, Kellogg's operated an accelerated development program for racially underrepresented talent at the management level. This is just straight up race discrimination. You can't pick winners and losers and say, well, I just want women or I just want Asians. You just can't do that legally. But you can get away with anything if no one seems to care and no one challenges you on it. Even crime, even murder. Until the police come and get you, you don't get held accountable. Kellogg's also has a chef in residence program, a paid postgraduate fellow program for black chefs to work with our research and development team to help them better understand food's role in black communities worldwide. Unlawfully, only black or African American chefs are allowed, even if individuals with other immutable characteristics are otherwise qualified. All of these race-based programs and apparent quotas are illegal under Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. The more these companies have race-based programs and discriminate against other races, the more it makes it normal in society. That's why it is very important that companies get challenged on this, brought to court, and dealt with through the justice system. Kellogg's management has also shown disdain and disregard for company shareholders. It admits that its brand reputation requires careful promotion and protection, yet it fails to properly warn investors of the risks associated with the apparent misalignment of management's political and social values with Kellogg's customers' values, or describe the steps taken to mitigate them. Despite the immense trust that hardworking American mothers and fathers have placed in Kellogg's, management has discarded the company's long-held, family-friendly marketing approach to politicize and sexualize its products. And their point is basically this: if they want to say, no, it's completely normal for us to go ahead and take Frosted Flakes and try to make that something we can tie to sexual gender identities. If they want to do that, they need to, at the very least, show a very deliberate, methodical, professional, documented, numerical process that shows they assessed the risks of actually doing that. If they took the risk to do that, they'd have to show what the reward is. There need to be numbers to back up their decisions. The board of directors and the CEO, the top managers, don't own the company. They're only there as managers, like a babysitter watching children. A babysitter does not get to decide how their children are going to be raised. They're only there temporarily. Managers are always replaced over time. Boards of directors are always replaced over time. They should not be taking permanent risks with brands like we just saw have happen with Bud Light and Anheuser-Busch when they're there temporarily. For example, to target children, management ran the 2021 Together with Pride cereal promotion. This was a partnership with GLAAD, which describes itself as the world's largest lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer media advocacy organization, opposes parental rights to know about transgender transitions in public schools, which if you think about it is really frightening, and promotes censorship and cancel culture and depicts beloved and iconic characters such as Tony the Tiger, Toucan Sam, and Snap, Crackle, and Pop cheering around a bowl of rainbow heart-shaped cereal and Minnie, the Frosted Mini-Wheats mascot, holding an LGBT flag. The top and left panels of the box provided a fill-in-the-blank space for consumers to fill in their own pronouns. In October 2022, management released a limited edition cereal called Rise and Kind Fruit Loops in partnership with GLAAD, again using iconic Kellogg cereal characters to advance an extreme social agenda. In September 2022, management released limited edition Cheez-It boxes featuring drag queen RuPaul and Jersey Shore star Snooki. Also in 2022, the company brand Pop-Tarts released a limited edition neon pink Block Party Lemonade Pop-Tarts product. The box illustrations depicted cartoon drawings of individuals waving Philadelphia's People of Color inclusive flags and background rainbows of the same pattern. In June 2023, Tony the Tiger posed for photographs linking elbows with the controversial transgender activist Dylan Mulvaney at the 76th Annual Tony Awards in New York City. How Mulvaney is relevant to selling cereal is unclear. However, by this point, management knew or should have known that Mulvaney's association with Bud Light had cost Anheuser-Busch InBev shareholders billions of dollars, and that there was a strong likelihood that using him as an avatar for Kellogg's would drive away many of the company's core customers. Kellogg's is yet another big corporation that will break the law and hurt its shareholders' interests to serve the twisted woke ideology of its officers and directors like Disney, Budweiser, and Target. Kellogg's management has shown nothing but contempt and disdain for American families and American workers. America First Legal will keep fighting for big corporate accountability. And a statement from America First Legal's Senior Counselor and Director of Oversight and Investigations, Reed Rubenstein. For over a century, Kellogg's was a trusted partner of moms and dads. That partnership apparently is over. Kellogg's officers and directors are, of course, free to spend their own money on whatever social or political cause they deem fit. But this freedom does not extend to breaking the law or spending the company's funds and eviscerating Kellogg's brand equity and consumer goodwill to serve their extreme woke activism. Management has a fiduciary duty to promote and protect Kellogg's business, not hijack it for leftist political ends, said Reed Rubenstein. They wrote a really extensive letter to Kellogg's identifying what all of their issues are and how they're threatening the value of the brands and the assets of the company by trying to invite conservative backlash, pushing these children's characters into joint ventures with GLAAD and all kinds of controversial entities. To say it's not controversial is not honest. There are obviously millions of people that are not interested in mixing their cereal or their candy or their beer with woke progressive politics. It's never been done in this country before. It's now just something that's being pushed into society. There's extensive citations in this letter. It's not a short letter. That release I just read from America First Legal was a good summary, but this is really an extensive letter with extensive citations. They're going to have to respond to this. I don't know what they're going to say. After the affirmative action ruling from the Supreme Court, it's now become more clear, particularly with the hiring issues, you can't discriminate against Title VII protections when it comes to hiring. Even if it's for, quote, a good reason, it's not something a company is actually allowed to do. We know they're not allowed to do it with white workers. They're certainly not allowed to do it with black workers. They're not allowed to do it with any workers based on immutable characteristics. We haven't seen any successes yet from America First Legal because they've basically just started. They've sued Target. Now they're suing Kellogg's. We'll have to see how this works out. I appreciate that Stephen Miller, formerly with Trump's administration, has put together this America First Legal group to go ahead and pursue the rights of Americans so that we don't normalize racism or pushing political agendas through companies. Hopefully Kellogg's, like Target, winds up getting held accountable and we can start to see some results on this over the next couple of months. Let me know what you think of all this in the comments below. Always love to see your ideas. Please be sure you are subscribed to the channel. Click the bell for notifications, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you again soon with another video. And if I don't see you, I will miss you.